Hey guys, Cam315 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another Endo and Kobayashi episode review for you guys as we get a really good episode here, dude. There were like shocks and twists in this episode that I didn't even see coming. Like, absolutely did not see coming this week's episode. You get, which, hey, I called it. That was Fine's mother. I thought she was like some sort of evil possessed creature or character. Somebody did something evil to her, or whoever was in, like, I guess the main antagonist maybe possessed her or something. No, she shows up. She's just plain old normal Fine's mother. And it's like, oh, okay. And you find out, funny enough, the entire episode, the last few episodes, we're talking about the fact how Fine is like just a commoner. She's not even of royal blood. Drop of the fact that, oh no, Fine is actually a noble. She actually is of royal blood. If oh yeah, on top of it, she's actually related to Liese by blood through by blood, and they're cousins. And it's like, what the hell, bro, is going on? Then you get the Endo and Kobayashi storyline. Their romance seems like it's taken off now. Because this man, they go out on a date. They're like, oh, we gotta celebrate this big occasion about this huge thing, which we'll go more in depth about Fine and everything. And she's like, so let's go hang out and get something to eat. It's a date. And he's like, date? She shows up. He looks all nice and everything. And this man, jeez Louise, he was, let's just say our man Endo, he was not holding back. He wanted to make Kobayashi know, like, how much she looked good. And he was like, he said, like, oh, you're freaking cute 10,000 times, my goodness. And we could see, Kobayashi kind of got a little bit flustered right then and there. So, I think we can put to rest, the fact that maybe there might be a thing where Kobayashi may not have feelings for him. Nah, it seems like she actually liked the compliments and she was getting very flustered by those compliments. And then we have this interesting guy, the actor we seen in the billboards and everything, and even that one episode. And then we kind of get some more background information on what might be this dude's, I guess, plan or something like that. But this Endo and Kobayashi episode was really good. Honestly, by far, it was probably my favorite episode of the show so far. Like, I feel like we got a good chunk of things and moments in this week's episode that it's like, what more can you ask for? What? Like, I'll take it. You start the episode off and we found out that it's Fine's mom, and Fine's mom looks honestly fine. Like, absolutely looks fine. I'm like, I thought she was possessed and everything, but no. She was worried about Fine this entire time. She thought Liese was bullying her, but Fine's like, no, mom. You know, Lady Liese, she's actually been very kind to me. You know, she's opened up her home to me. She's given this nice dress. She's treated me with kindness and respect. And that's when we get the bomb drop, like, oh yeah, the thing is, I'm actually of royal blood. We find out that Fine's mom actually was, I guess, engaged or married to Liese's dad's brother. Hold on a quick second as I freaking do something real quick. So yeah, she ended up hooking up with Liese's dad's brother, which that explains the whole cousin thing by blood. You know, the thing is, she goes on to say her backstory was pretty much she had this very close relationship with Liese's uncle, pretty much. But pretty much the nobles were against that wanting to happen, and then they wanted her to marry this other dude. And then she obviously ran away because she didn't want to deal with that. At the time, she found out that she was pregnant after Fine's dad was dead, pretty much. He seemed like he was really ill. He came down with some illness, so that's why she was more than likely going to be married off. to somewhere else. And then Liese Olete's family line, they didn't like the fact, even though the brother, Liese Olete's dad's like, I would have done anything to stop that from happening and judging you, and I would have protected you if I found this information out. And pretty much Fine's mom's like, I appreciate that, but I couldn't take any chances. So yeah, pretty much, you know, she was on the run for this entire time, so she made it look like she took like the riches and everything, and that's kind of the whole story with the whole thing. You know, she ends up actually coming to a point where she goes back home, and she sees that Fine actually beat up these people, probably Kingdom Guards or something like that, looking for them, and it was with her fist. Maybe, you know, her dad had some sort of special ability, or he was like super strong or something like that, and it passed down obviously to the child, which is why she's very talented, you know, as I guess you could say, as somebody that can protect herself. But it was actually crazy. And then, you know, obviously the whole thing is, well, because she's a noble now, well, that means shit, she can get married to somebody. And that's even what Fine's mom brings up. She's like, well, now that you know all this that you know, well, that means you can now find yourself a good-looking man and you can get married. Now, in some cases, Liese Olete is kind of against that, because in other words, I feel like, and there's all this like politics stuff with like heirs and things like that I'm not gonna get too much into detail. But I think Liese Olete was kind of somewhat against it, because she's like, no, she doesn't want to see Fine get married to some guy. And she makes on the mention about Ball being like this stubborn cousin of hers, where, you know, she's into Fine and, you know, and things like that. And she's like, I feel like she just doesn't want to lose Fine 100%. She loves Fine, and now that she got all this revelation dropped on her, she's like, oh no, I want Fine to be by my side 100%. I want to protect her. And she's like, you know what? How about you become my little sister and everything? And you get this nice moment to where Fine is like, I would love to be your little sister, you know, after everything you've treated, after the way you treated me and things like that. So, you know, they kind of in a way make it official this episode that now Fine is going to be related, or, well, she is related, but she's going to be, she's going to be, Liese Olete's younger sister, so, but younger stepsister in a way, because the dad's going to have to adopt her in. So yeah, okay, listen, I kind of find that weird, but again, that's medieval times. In medieval times, maybe sometimes that's what happened to make things work out. Sometimes cousins had to maybe be adopted into a family to become siblings, which is still weird, because it's like, okay, I guess I really can't say anything weird about that, because in a way they did say they're related by blood anyway, so I guess no harm, no foul. So yeah, that kind of thing. Kobayashi ends up being happy, because she's like, well, this route would, like, typically never happens this early on in the game. More importantly, never in a way like this. And, like, when this is revealed, she's already dead, pretty much. Liese is already dead. So they end up wanting to celebrate. And she's like, all right, let's go on a date, pretty much. And my boy Endo's freaking out. They end up going on. They end up meeting up. My man Endo can't keep himself composed. He's just looking at Kobayashi, and it's like, bro, listen, some guys do have like absolute balls to probably say this, you know. I wouldn't say this out loud over and over and over, especially to a girl on the way where we're kind of going on the first date and we're not really dating. It's kind of that like, oh, let's see what it would be like, and everything. So my man was saying, like, he was calling Kobayashi cute like freaking 3, 4, 5 times in this whole thing. He was like, man, you look so cute, I can't believe it, you're just the cutest girl in the world. When he said that, I'm like, oh, now you're really telling her how you feel. And she started getting flustered, blushing a bit. I'm like, okay, Kobayashi, are you trying to tell me that you're into freaking Endo now? So yeah, they end up, you know, talking. They end up coming with the decision. You know, he feels kind of regretful, because he's like, well, you dressed up so nicely and so cute, but, you know, I just dressed up like normal old me. Now, she does say, like, well, hey, you're an athletic type of guy, so that look fits you. So, you know, it seems like she's definitely cool with what she wears, again, it's a girl that likes him for who he is. I think that says a lot. Again, if you're a dude and you have a girl that doesn't really care and she just likes you for who you are, well then that's the girl you should go after. But they end up walking into this alleyway to take a shortcut, but then we see this guy come up, and next thing you know, he's saying like ever or something like that. He tries to grab Kobayashi. My boy does the right thing. Which another thing I appreciate, because sometimes in these romance shows, we see it to where you have this one guy who does like this girl. They typically kind of like, whoa, and in a way they kind of back off a bit before they actually do the sensible thing. Like, for example, last season was More Than a Married Couple. This whole scene happened with Jiro and Akari, where these guys were hitting on her, and Jiro was kind of backing off, not protecting Akari. No, Endo was like, no, he doesn't just grab freaking Kobayashi. He just grabs Kobayashi, literally hugs her, and is like wrapping his entire body around her, and is like, I don't know who you are, but you need to back off and you need to leave her alone. And I'm like, my boy, you're really making your feelings known to Kobayashi now. So that's kind of the thing. Was absolutely the thing. Now we find out that it's the freaking famous superstar model or actor. Forgot his name. Started with a K. I forgot what it was. But he's like, oh, I apologize for it. I never would, because it would tank my stock and everything. But I was just looking for like this long lost love of mine. So it's kind of crazy. Now, when they go end up eating dinner, my man, see, the funny thing is too, Endo was so worried about what he did with Kobayashi. He didn't even realize he chose an item off the menu that he doesn't like to eat, which is eggplant. Like, you gotta be big time daydreaming if you're not even thinking about what meal you decide off a menu. But Kobayashi ends up saying like, well, there's actually a super secret route where this guy, I guess, becomes like, Liese can hear him and hear his voice and ends up going to the world of Japan in a way. And the character design looks like that of this said actor. Now, again, this actor might be so paranoid that he's trying to find some way to bring a character from the game into the real world, which would create some sort of weird supernatural element. Okay, yeah, I don't know. But all right, interesting. I don't know where this is gonna go, but I guess the only supernatural element is if you get where maybe this Endo and Kobayashi end up, going into the game, and actually meeting the characters face to face in the said game, which would be kind of wild and crazy. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to say the least. But that was kind of an interesting kind of thing to make note of, that there's another secret route to where, okay, this character that looks like this actor hears, Liese can hear his voice and goes with him to fall in love, and they fall in love with each other. It's like, okay, that's so weird and strange at the same time. So I don't know where that's gonna go. But this guy, we know from the last few weeks we've seen him, he's actually been kind of paranoid about this. And the fact that he mistakenly thought that Kobayashi was this girl he was looking for. Okay, I don't know. So these characters make connections. Don't know if anything bad or crazy is gonna happen. I guess we'll just have to find out. And then the episode ends off with another Seawald and Liese Oliette moment, where pretty much Seawald's just saying like, I enjoyed my time staying here with you, and I don't want to leave, because when I leave, I gotta go back to doing the Crown Prince work that I don't want to do, pretty much. And he just is letting this out, and she's getting all flustered, and obviously that makes her happy, because she's saying like, well, this guy is saying like he doesn't want to do all this work, he wants to be with me. And then she ends up giving him the ribbon that he gave, that she made him. And the episode pretty much ends off with him riding off, and then I guess he hears a little bit of tidbit of Kobayashi, and she's like, well, it looks like the relationship will end up working out the way it's supposed to, the way it wouldn't have when working out. And that kind of gives Seawald a hint, and he's like, why did God Kobayashi say that? It sounds a little bit like I feel this uneasiness, which is a reference to the fact that Liese Oliette would end up getting possessed by this evil witch, pretty much. So, yeah, I don't know if that's foreshadowing for something bad potentially happening, but, yeah, all in all, this episode of Endo and Kobayashi was really damn good. I really did enjoy this. We got a lot of good moments, and I definitely can't wait for more. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Endo and Kobayashi live, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Endo and Kobayashi or any other anime content I upload to the channel. Again, I'll probably put this in a community post, but My Hero Academia anime episode review is gonna actually be pushed back to pretty much the evening because, well, I'm gonna be working like literally from 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. So yeah, if you guys don't know, again, it'll probably be a video or a community post. Like I said, because I ended up getting a new job. I actually have a new job as well as an internship, which I figure it's gonna take most of my day up. So yeah, now that's not gonna stop anything like recordings and things like that. The only difference is it's just going to impact when they get uploaded to the channel. So if you're wondering like, hey, where is this episode review or where is that episode review? That's the reason why. But anyways, I'm out of here. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a good rest of your day or never change the video. Peace.